And they both had that experience. They have more in common with each other than they do with rich whites and rich Latinos because they didn't grow up that way. It's how you grew up. So we have the right to hip hop, and we are not a guest in hip hop. Let it be known. Latinos are not a guest in hip hop. Chicanos are not a guest in hip hop. Puerto Ricans are definitely the ones that were there from the beginning. So we are not guests. And even if we were like, say not that much, say we are not, say that you guys are like the central part of it or the closer to the roots or something in an onion or something. Let's say that. We can give you that for sure, that you run the game, that you've got to really take this to a whole nother level. You've been the leaders. We always say if black people like it, then you've made it. Okay, we'll give you all that. But you can't say that we're guests here, because this is America and we're all here together, stuck in this American nightmare. Not American dream, let's be honest. Because if it was an American dream, we would not be arguing like this back and forth, blah, 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 blah. I was just at Chicano Park in San Diego. I'm from the Bay, and I was down in the South with nothing but love. You feel me? That's the truth, and we gotta show more of the truth. That blacks and Mexicans, generally speaking, get along on a day-to-day basis, and we gotta make sure that we don't create narratives that are gonna hurt our people, because really the viral way, what Blue Devil said was that they go at people, but sometimes not in the right ways, and that's kind of how they go viral. And that I do think that they went a little bit too rough on the hater world, I have to say. I don't think the hater world was maliciously trying to say that, you know, blacks are trying to hold Mexicans back. But he's just saying in general, though, that they look down on them, that they kind of like, all right, bro, come on, relax, calm down, bro, you're trying, but, you know? And I think we do feel that, but even Southsiders like Blue Devil, I would say, though, you probably discriminate on Northerners, though. You don't discriminate on blacks, but you discriminate on Northerners. They try to say that the hater word don't have black guests, and then the hater word goes off about all the different guests he has. But I want to say that basically everybody is right, and everybody has a right to their own opinion. Most Latino rappers suck. Most of them are too regional. Like they said it. The Black Podcast says it. They're too regional. How are we going to understand what, you know, Mexican gangbanging is about? You know, we can't relate to that. Why would we bump that kind of music? Boom! They said it. And if the bigger culture inside of your subculture, which is black people, are telling you that they can't relate to your gangbanger music, even if they're gangbangers or grew up in the hood, then you should think about making music like I've been saying. And in my next video, I'll be talking about Lefty trying to diss the North, just out of his mind, literally creating career suicide. You know what I mean? This is what we do. We don't look at the real enemy. The real enemy is not North or South. It is the 1%. Until we understand that, we will stay divided, stay colonized, stay asking crazy questions. Blue Devil didn't say that all black people are holding back raza in the hip-hop game. All he said is that they kind of hold them down, which I think is true. The blacks said that most Latinos suck and they're guests, and that they don't, you know, that they should just, you know, come in humble and be, no, I don't think so. We're here, bro. We're making good music and we're not leaving. So get comfortable, ready for this brown wave, bro, because it's coming. Also, try to come in and be humble. I think that's another thing. We gotta be humble before we stumble. Do you think that overall Latino rappers suck? Put them below. They named Little Rob, Sad Boy Local. A couple of those guys, I don't even think that are that good, actually. You know what I mean? So the reason why I got into all this podcasting is because I finally saw brown people making good music in the South and in the North. And so why not empower each other to make good music with each other, like we've been doing. Export and Lefty, that was a pretty good song, you know what I mean? So we need to do more of that. Rico Tusmo just being black Mexican, you feel me, is already, but thing in the North, we don't even think about that stuff. It's a bigger thing down South. And I think it just has to do with a lot of trauma, colonization, gang politics that people have not recovered from in the South, from Southerners to Crips to Bloods to people and podcasters that grew up in these communities, and they're still holding trauma inside and putting extras on it when it doesn't need that much tapatio. This is your boy Pocho, the Pocho Podcast, and please let me know if black people hold Mexicans back in the hip-hop game, if they discriminate, if Southerners discriminate on Northerners, if Northerners discriminate on Southerners, if the white man, the white system is discriminating on all of us and watching us fight each other while they really make the money, people. Duh. Did Blue Devil, was he right? Was the viral way right? Who is right? Who is wrong? Are we all right? Are we all wrong? I hope one day, bro, that we can create content that empowers us to support each other, get money, not try to tear each other down. This is your boy Pocho of the Pocho Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and support a real one in the field. Let me know what you think in the comments. And this is your boy